My name is Melanie Fenelon, and I am a realtor with Cooper Sotheby's International Realty. I'm a native Austinite, and I have worked for almost a quarter of a century in the Austin and the Hill Country areas.
Hi, I'm Mary Blancke with Patten Title Company. I am the VP of Escrow in my office here at Dripping Springs. I'm branch manager and senior escrow officer. I chose Melanie Fenelon because she is a loyal client, a loyal friend, excellent at her job, and I really just admire her a lot.
I got started in real estate in 2003. I had been working in the technology industry for a while in marketing, but prior to that I was a school teacher, which was the heart job of my life. I loved teaching, and went through the whole dot-com wave in the early 2000s and decided that I wanted to try my hand at real estate. And so I got into the real estate market then. I got my license in 2003. And honestly, I think the primary reason I did it was because I still had a great love of teaching. And one of the things about being a great realtor and a great advocate for your clients is there's a lot of information to know if you want to do it right, and there's still a lot of teaching that goes on. And so I got to continue my love of teaching and delve into the world of real estate as well. I grew up with a dad that was an architect, and so I had at an early age a kind of an exposure to architecture and real estate, and then had some great family friends, longtime friends that were my parents' peers that were Austin brokers, and I thought so highly of them and watched what they did. And so when the opportunity finally came around for me to throw my hat in the ring and see what real estate was all about, I was just inspired to do it by all these people that had encouraged me over the years to look at this arena, and so those were kind of the beginning seeds that were planted. You know, I've been doing this so long now. There's been a lot of great milestones and accolades and awards and things, but I honestly think the biggest milestone for me is that almost all of my clients are referrals. They're either clients that I've worked with in the past, or they're clients that my prior clients referred to me. And to me, that is the hugest compliment you could ever pay someone, is to trust your people with them. And so I think that's been the biggest milestone, is just that I feel like I've earned the confidence of people by doing great work for them and then for their friends and family. And so that's been something I've been real proud of.
We've been working together for 20 plus years, and so we know each other. We know how each other will react to whatever the situation is, and it's like I'm always going to keep her abreast of everything. I'm not going to hide anything, think I'll get it figured out before I let her know this is a problem. And she always is accepting of it as soon as I call and say, hey, we need to do this, and this is what's going on. We have this deceased party that we didn't know about. And she just accepts it and says, okay, what are we gonna do? So that's what I love about her. She's always so gracious, and she doesn't fly off the handle and, you know, things like other agents do sometimes. She just trusts me, and I love that about her.
I do. Well, I'm kind of a type A person, so that doesn't hurt. You know, that's helpful. But I think one of the things that makes a really good realtor, and Mary could speak to this as well, is you have to be attention to detail. There's about 1 million moving parts in a real estate transaction, and so if you are organized and manage all the moving parts that are involved in buying and selling and investing in real estate, I think that really helps. And then the other thing, it's not so much a tool, but it's just sort of my attitude. I really do treat my clients exactly the way that I would want to be treated. I've had so many clients tell me over the years that they have never had a real estate transaction like ours, and they've never been treated the way that I treat my clients, because I want them to feel that they're getting exemplary service, which is what I would want. And so it's just a matter of great communication, managing all the details, being knowledgeable in your field, staying on top of things, and enjoying what you do. Showing people that you really care, that you're knowledgeable, that you're great at your job, that you're an expert in your field, that you're willing to put their needs above everything else. We have a fiduciary duty to our clients to take their needs and place them above all else. And so I really think just getting to know your clients, caring about people, staying in touch with people. They say that all people have pleasure and pain points in their lives, and it might be they're getting married, they're having a baby, they've gone through a divorce, they're empty nesters, whatever the thing is. But if you know people and you're connected with them and you do life with them, then you're their realtor when those points occur. And so that'd be something I'd really encourage young realtors to do, is to get to know their people and then do life with them. I got started working with Patten because I got started working with Mary Blancke decades ago. Mary and I had worked together. She was I can't even remember how we got introduced, but Mary and I had a transaction and she was the title officer, and I knew something was really special about Mary, and we have worked together. She's my go-to title person. There's a lot of great people in the title industry, but I have never met anyone like Mary. And she treats my clients just like I do. And there's not that many people that do that, but she and her team at Patten are outstanding. There has never been a hiccup or an issue or a problem that Mary hasn't helped my clients and me work through and solve. And her work ethic is exemplary, and I've just found that with everybody that I've worked with at Patten, from their other staff to marketing team. Everybody has been so helpful, so great, and goes above and beyond. And in this industry, that means a lot.
Melanie, like she said, is very personable to her clients, to us as well. And, we all want to be treated like we all want to treat people, or I should say, I want to treat people like I want to be treated. And she does too. And so we're a lot alike in that aspect. Your clients are your family. I mean, they're working, we're working, we're all trying to get to the same goal. And it's so important for everybody to be on the same page, to be working together, to be, on that same page so that you can have a successful transaction.
I think Patten has really just become an integral part of my team and what I offer to my clients. So when I meet my clients at the very first interaction, particularly with my clients that are sellers, because they're the ones typically paying for title services, so they usually get to choose the title company. I'm like, there's nobody you'd rather work with than Patten Title and Mary Blancke and her team. And so Mary's just a part of she's a cog in my wheel, a great cog in my wheel. I mean, I can't imagine. I've told Mary so many times, the day you retire, I'm retiring too, because you are so important to me, not only as a colleague and a business professional, but as a friend. And so we have a great time working together, but she has provided the most outstanding service I've ever seen in any title officer. And I've been doing this, almost a quarter of a century. I think when I first started, a couple things. One, I didn't have very good boundaries. So I worked 7 days a week, 18 hours a day, which probably helped me in some ways, but it also, it wasn't very balanced. So I think if I had to do it over again, I might have been a little bit more balanced with my time. Also, I read a book some years after I had become a realtor that really helped me, and it was called Hug Your Customers. It was by a gentleman, I think his name's Jack Mitchell was the author, but it sounds real lighthearted and frivolous, but it was a mantra of knowing your clients, like really knowing them, like who are they, what are their needs, what are their goals, what are their personalities like, how do they like to communicate, what are their fears, and what are their loves, what are they concerned with, and really knowing your clients and catering to them and making sure that you're acknowledging and touching all those touch points that need to be addressed. And so that has really helped me as a realtor. I'm not real big on social media. I don't do a lot of social media stuff because that feels kind of arm's length. And I have grown my business and been really successful by getting close to my clients. And I think they feel that and they like that. And it's worked really well for me. You know, my team and I have a mantra, and it is, once you have worked with excellence, you will never settle again for mediocrity. I feel like agents that are getting into this business, or even agents that have been in this business for a while, that's a great mantra to have, because there's a lot of mediocrity in the world, and if you want to grow your business or you want to stand out as someone who is exceptional in the field of real estate sales, not settling for mediocrity is a great target. And so we can all do things every day that rise our level of excellence above the norm. You know, we can be better educated, we can be more organized, we can work on our communication skills, we can work on our networking. You know, there's a million things to do, but it's just looking around and saying, I don't want to be mediocre, I want to be excellent. And so that's been a real guiding mantra for me for a long time. My goal really from the beginning in my real estate career was just to do great work and to be led to the people that God wants me to be led to help the people that want to buy or sell or invest or whatever they're doing. And so I just, I wake up every day. I love this job. It's different every day. Every transaction's different. Every person's different. Every property's different. And so my goal is just to continue doing great work for people. And one of the huge blessings for me is that so many of my clients become friends. You know, selling and buying real estate can be a lengthy process and lots of moving parts, and can be in depth and can sometimes be complicated. And I think my clients feel really cared for, and that we've gotten to really know each other during the process. And so many of my clients are great friends now, and so, like, you know, staying in touch with them and just enjoying my job the way that I do is really my goal.
Melanie, I just want to thank you so much for your friendship, for your work ethic with us, for just being you. I just love that you are so wonderful and caring and all the things. I'm very grateful to have you in my life.
Me too, you. Me too, you.